We're here tonight at Lonnie Love's book opening with Adrienne. So I have to ask you, how is The Real going?
It has been so much fun. I have to be honest, I'm so honored to be on a table with such incredible women, and the fact that for the first time, we all just keep it real. We're like real women just like everybody else. We go through things, relationship issues, body issues, all sorts of things, and we talk about it and we keep it real.
So what differentiates you with the other talk shows that they've been comparing you about?
Well, it's not like some brand new format, and I think we all recognize that we've never presented ourselves to be, you know, some brand new genius format. What makes it different is us. The personalities that we have on there, the fact that we keep it real, and I think the fact that we're honest, we're not trying to be politically correct. We say exactly what we think, you think it, we say it.
Right. So I watched the show, and I know you're very outspoken on the show. Just want to know, what do you have to say to people who give you some backlash about some of the things you have to say?
I think, you know, as of late, it takes a lot of courage to be real. And I think people don't realize that. It also takes an open heart and an open mind not to judge. You never know what somebody else's life experience has been or what's gotten them there. It's an hour show. I can't tell you my whole life in an hour.
Right.
But what I will say is that, you know, I've also heard a lot of things like, well, why is she talking about Rob?
Right.
I have to speak from a personal standpoint. I've only had 3 relationships in my entire life, like boyfriends. So it was my first boyfriend that I was with for 10 years, Rob, and the man that I'm with now. So I can't speak to you about what someone else experienced. I can only talk to you about my life, my experience, and Rob happens to be a part of that. And I think it's sad that people will judge and be like, well, why are you talking about him years later? Well, it's actually my first time ever talking about it.
Right.
He got his chance to speak about it on his reality show where he read emails about me and talked about me, entire episodes that were about me that really didn't get my approval.
Right.
So for years later, for me to just share my experience, I'm not trying to hurt anybody. If anything, I want people to be able to learn from what I went through.
Right.
Getting a tattoo on my ass, not the smartest idea. But hopefully there's a young girl out there that's considering that and saying to herself, that's not a smart idea. Adrienne did that, Rob did that. Not a smart idea. I think he'd agree with that too. I'm sure he doesn't want my name on his body either years later. So I don't think it's saying anything negative, but just keeping it real. And that's my reality. That's my life. That's what I went through. And yeah.
Well, speaking about relationships, so we all know you're very public with your relationship with Rob.
Yeah.
So why, with this relationship, are you so private?
Because you live and you learn. I'd be an idiot if I continued to do the same thing. You get the same results when you continue to do the same thing.
Right.
Also, my man is not a celebrity, and I'm not trying to, you know, go make a reality show off of it. You know, like that's not what we're about. I think when I was younger, I didn't realize in that time that having a relationship that only lasted 2 years would still be around 8 years later, 6 years later. You know what I mean? Like, and I probably won't do that again until I'm married. If you are my husband, I will walk a red carpet with you. Until then, I love you to death,
right.
But I don't see the reason for that.
Right. Well, so on to some more fun topics. So what's going on with your BFF, Jaleesa?
I'm about to meet her in a few hours. She just hit me saying she has a bottle of wine for me waiting. So I'm meeting her in a little bit. We hang out all the time while I'm here in LA. And she's actually one of the faces of Nuvo, which is Jennifer Lopez's new network.
Right.
So she's doing big things.
Okay. So what projects do we have to look forward to see you coming up?
I'm excited. Obviously, The Real. I have music that is coming out later this summer. We're actually mixing the record that is going to be coming out. I'm excited about that. I have a movie coming out October 18th called I'm in Love with a Church Girl. It's an indie film that will be in theaters in October 18th. A faith-based movie. I grew up in church and I love the story. I feel like if I was able to do a bunch of other movies, why not do something that gives back to God and sends a message of positivity? So that comes out October 18th. It's me and Ja Rule. I'm in Love with a Church Girl. Fingertip Fetish, my nail polish line. We are going to be doing an LA launch. We did a New York City launch, and now we're coming to do an LA launch pretty soon, so I'm excited about that as well.
All right, well, we'll look forward to it, and we'll go see that movie, and have a good night.